What's up, guys? Morthodon here, bringing you the Dungeon Spindleclutch. Now, I am playing a Sorcerer. I'm currently Veteran Rank 3, and I cut up this video to just show you the bosses, so we're going to get right into Mad Mortine. He is a boss you can actually glitch at the moment. Basically, you have one person pull him. If you have a Nightblade that can pop his stealth, then you are able to pull all the minions, he can stealth, they'll run back, or you can have one of your guys die, or you can be an idiot like us, and one of our members didn't go hide around the corner with the rest of us and pulled all the minions to us, which got us all spotted and ended up getting us all killed. I left this part in so you can see what happens if you fail to go into hide and get your entire group massacred. But now that we've all been massacred, we are able to all die, we can all res right back up, and then we can just pull the boss alone, and then we don't have to worry about the ads. So here in a second, we will be resing up, running back to the boss, and we will get this show on the road fighting the boss. Now, Mad Mortine is very easy when he doesn't have the ads with him. Really, I believe they didn't give him many mechanics at all because of all of the ads. It would be too chaotic. But the fact that you can glitch him at the moment just makes him extremely damn easy. So here we go, we're pulling him without having to worry about any of the ads. You drag him right back here after the initial death or invis or whatever, depending on how you want to do it. So see, we just have the boss now. We're fighting. He's pretty much a tank and spank. So during this fight, since there's really nothing to look out for, I want to take the time to note that if you are doing one of these dungeons, make sure you are two VR ranks lower or higher than the dungeon you're doing, like the monsters you're fighting in the dungeon, or else you're gonna get complete crap XP. So when I first did a dungeon, when I hit VR rank, I was like, damn. These give shit XP. I was like VR1 trying to do them. And I did an entire dungeon and got only like a couple percent. And then I did it at VR3 and got like 10%, and I was like, damn, this is amazing. So we fought the boss, and I just wanted to tell you guys that. Now you have to go in and you have to fight the ads separately. They're actually harder than the boss. I nearly die at this point, but I just AoE them down the best I can, trying to finish them up, and I ended up getting a lot of aggro because tanks have a hard time with AoE threat in this game. I kind of knew it would happen if I AoE'd, but I just wanted to kill him as fast as possible since the healer only has so much mana to be able to keep the tank alive if we had to single target them. As you're about to see, the loot is insane. For some reason, it's just completely bugged. You get a lot of stuff from the little minions. I have gotten up to 3 of those blue rings you just saw me acquire, so that's pretty crazy. So we finished up that boss. We're about to cut right into the next boss, which is the Blood Spawn. This one is a little bit of a pain in the ass. We wiped the first time fighting this bitch, but let's see. Yep, here we go. We're getting right into it. So for him, he is a DPS race. For the tank, your main objective is gonna be you really want to hold the aggro and block his charge up attacks. Now, melee DPS, you're gonna have to coordinate with your healer in your group. We had one that was on vent with us and everything, so we said, alright, our Nightblade's gonna sit in the AoE and just take it like a man. Because we need to get as much DPS out as we can in order to kill this boss. I think that's the best way to go about it, because pretty much what's going to happen during this fight is he's going to do a huge ground stomp around him. As us range, we can stay out of it, but every time he does, rocks fall from the ceiling around the edge of the area we're in, and every time he does that ground stomp, they slowly close in. Now, if the rocks hit you, you're one shot. So pretty much you only have a certain amount of time to kill him. This is the big AoE I was telling you about. As you can see, both of our guys just sat there and ate it. And then we continue to DPS. We're doing as much as we can. This is why the tank really needs to hold aggro, because when we're pumping out like massive amounts of damage and we cannot slow down even if the tank can't keep up, because if we slow down we're all dead. So I don't have the screen turned at all, so you can't see the rocks falling at the moment, but well, you actually could see them a little bit in the left side of the screen. But we'll get into this more within like another ground stomp. You'll see them fall behind me and I'll have to dodge them, I believe, in this fight. But pretty much you're just trying to do as much damage as you can. Make sure you have executes when you get them down low enough to execute. See the little AoE behind me? If you're in that when that falls, you're screwed. See how the area is closing in on us? Our tank is almost dead right now, but our healer pulls off a clutch heal, gets him up. We have him at 46% health right now. Pretty much that is all the mechanics he does. At this point, we're going to have to move up. See, I'm in the red circle. The area just closed in on us. So now we are within range of his AoE. I am pretty much dead the next time that AoE comes up. So you really have to AoE him down. Or not AoE, sorry. You really have to kill him as fast as possible. The only thing that saves me during his pounding is the Templar's ultimate healing circle. That's one thing that could keep you alive for one more wave, but after that is nothing. So get him down to where you can execute and spam executes the best you can. Get my mana up so I can spam more and finish him up. Now he is about to do the ground slam right then. That possibly could have been a wipe. If we were a little bit slower, that probably would have been a wipe. So that is why you have to DPS race him down. So now we are going to get into Praxin Devoir. One thing I wanted to note for this guy is you should go into your controls and you should find the bind in case you rebound it. This is only if you rebound it, but you go under the targeting, which I'll get to here in a second. There we go. In the cycle preferred enemy target. See, I changed my tab to change my weapons, and that was a mistake because you really need tab during this fight. Pretty much what happens is you start the fight, a ton of ads come up, AoE those bitches down. That's what I'm about to start doing. The lovely effect for my AoE doesn't always show up, but it still does the damage, in case anyone wants to know. Don't worry. From the little bit of testing I did, it still does the damage, even though the effect doesn't show up. So first wave's easy, just try not to get shit on by all the little bugs. AoE them down. Second wave is once again pretty easy. It's a tank and spank, AoE the adds down and then kill the giant spider. So I'm gonna be AoEing those down and getting to the spider bitch, which we will take down also. I did cut out some of our wipes. We did die a couple times. Take this time to note, this is our tank's first time past the blood spawn, the last boss we just fought. So this is all new to him from here on out. So he's kind of learning on the fly. So we wiped a couple times. I did learn a little bit from him because he did some recommendations. Okay, so for the third wave, the healers are gonna spawn. You have to kill the healers as fast as possible. Interrupt them. If you're ranged, just go in melee and right click and then left click to bash them. And sometimes you have to like hit the boss or wait. I don't know if you really have to hit the boss, but I was just hitting them for fun, waiting for the next wave to spawn. This is where the tab comes in that I was telling you have to have. You can tab like I just did, mark the healer, and then, or I guess I didn't get the healer right away, but I got the healer now, and you can just spam away without having to worry about hitting all the other ads. So you take down both of the healers. We've got one of them down from what it looks like. I think I should have moved sooner onto the next one, but I'm onto the second one, and then you can kind of just AoE or single target the rest of the the ads down. But a second wave is, the fourth wave is about to come in, which here it is. It's another healer. I believe it's 2 more healers. So you want to focus them down. I'm trying to take them down the best I can. I'm nearly dead. Getting my healers AoE so that way I can heal up. You really want to look out for that. We got both the healers down, so now we're just finishing up the ads, and then we'll get right on to the actual boss fight. There are only 4 waves, but those healers kill a ton of groups. So you really, 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 really want to take down those healers. So now we are waiting for the boss to transform into his final form. So we are about to be taking on Praxindover, the actual boss. So, for him, you'll see it. It only came on me towards the end of the fight, but you'll see a big AoE circle around you. You have a few seconds to let it apply, and you don't want to get hit by the pink shit, like or I guess like our tank did and got shit on. But we managed to res him, and he manages to get away for the thing, for the circle. That's the circle I'm telling you about. You have a few seconds to move back with the AoE on you, and then it'll apply, and you have to stay in the middle of it. You cannot touch the edges like you see him doing. He's wiggling along in the middle. Now that's gone, I can res our Nightblade, so hopefully we can get this boss down a little bit faster. I succeed at getting the Nightblade up, and one thing I learned from the tank, that pink shit you see that comes out, it's like a damage over time as it's shooting out. And you really want to move out of it, whether you're a tank or a DPS, you really got to move out of it. It's not just like a one-time damage that hits you and goes through, it keeps on ticking, so you want to keep moving. We also just saw the AoE circle again. I believe there's only 2 more that come out, I think, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure, I did this since yesterday and I didn't actually fully watch this fight again. But now it's just like DPS race, the tank has to keep trying to dodge it. Yep, there goes the circle out again. He's in the middle of it, walking right with it. A little tip for that, if you hold block like you see he is doing, you move at the same speed of the circle pretty much, so you can just walk easily. So holding block is a good way to deal with that. I almost got hit by the pink shit, which would not have been good. And now the boss is almost dead. We're just about to start, or I'm starting to execute right now, and then he's going to put the AoE circle on me, which means I'm going to have to move away. See how you can drag it with you? So I dragged it away from our healer and then follow it. I wasn't doing the blocking method, but I'm not too worried about hitting the edge. We killed him, and once you kill him, it stops and it'll disappear. I'm not sure if you can walk through it at that point, but I wasn't going to risk dying. Now I decided to throw in the flesh astronauts. I like to call them the astronauts. Basically, these aren't really a boss. They don't really have any mechanics, but they can still be a bitch. So really just target one with the new tab thingy that I got you set up with, or that you were already aware of, and focus one down. Collaborate with your group if you want. It's really not that necessary. They do hit kind of hard, and it's easier for the tank to keep threat if everyone focuses one. So really, I just go for like the front one for the most part, and everyone else follows suit. And then after that, I go for the next one down. Like that one looked like it was the next lowest, so I went for that. As you can see, a little bit of threat problems. It happens. They're, as far as I know, besides like the AoE root, which I don't even think is a taunt in the first place, there are no like AoE taunt abilities in the game. So really, they just need the stamina to run around and AoE everything. But basically, these guys give extremely good XP. I also wanted to mention that. So if you found a way to skip them, don't, because if you notice, I just gained like 2 or 3%, I believe, from fighting them. I didn't actually look at my percent myself, but I believe it's about that much. Maybe it's 2%. But skipping right over to Irvin Veleth. Irvin Veleth, he's pretty easy except for the ads. The ads really kill groups. You're about to watch the most butchered fight of Irvin Veleth ever. Focus down the ads the best you can. We kind of slacked on that. I'm not sure what happened. I think it's because me and the Nightblade went for two different ones, and then I started to try to AoE, which didn't do much to his minions, which kind of wasted my mana and wasted time, so I got right back on to killing the ads, but the ads are just running loose. They're kind of kicking our asses. Our Nightblade got charged by the skeleton, or the Bone Man Warrior, so he died. I'm trying to take out the ad while our guy got rezzed. He rezzed right back up and got owned by the Bone Man Warrior again. So this time I res him while the healer keeps the tank up because that's kind of necessary. Um, while this whole thing is going on, as you see right now, the boss goes underground with an AoE circle that does a lot of damage. It's nearly killing our tank. We now have all the ads down. It was really a butchered fight, but now we're able to burn up the boss. He really dies fast once all the ads are down and you can really focus him. Um, and that is the fight for Irvin Veleth. Now we're gonna jump right into the next fight, which is Vornor Winterborn. Um, Pretty much he has a few mechanics. When he raises a glowing hand up in the air, I believe that's when he is doing his pool. Like that, he raises one hand up in the air, he does the pool, and you really got to move out of that. You have to move out of it. Um, when he floats up in the air like that with both arms up in the air, he's siphoning life from the Chiquitas on the cross. Um, your group can choose whether they want to focus down them or not. We felt we had enough damage that we didn't have to. Um, and then he's also gonna do, I forget what the charge up looks like for the teleport strike. Let's see if we can notice it again. The teleport strike. Now this is one you really have to look out for. There's the pool again. The farther you are away from everybody else, the more damage he's gonna do. So when you see that shit coming out, you really, really, really want to stack, so you take less damage. Also, you want your tank to use the ability that gives your entire party a damage reduction shield, I believe it is. It's some kind of shield. I don't play DK, so I'm not sure what it's called. Once again, the pool comes under me. Yeah, he puts one glowing hand up in the air that's glowing red. That is when he does like the teleport strike. Just one hand up in the air is without the glowing is the pool, it looks like. Which we just saw right there. And then when he puts both his arms up in the air and floats, that's when he's sucking the life. So look out for all of that. If you can move out of the AoE circles, if you can all stack for the teleport strike, if you can get that shield up and the tank using the shield right at the right moment, you really shouldn't have any problems with this fight. If you find that your DPS isn't as good, have your DPS, whether it's you or you're a tank and you need to tell them what to do, have them kill the little bitches on the cross. That'll stop some of his healing. But as you see, we didn't need to do that. We just sucked it up and took it on, and we defeated the boss. I finished the quest for the first time, even though this is like my fourth time doing the dungeon. I kept missing the dead chick on the ground that I had to talk to, or half-alive chick, or whatever. So that is it for Spindleclutch Dungeon. It's an easy dungeon if you know exactly what you're doing, but it really isn't if you don't, or if you're with pubs that don't know what they're doing. It can make the dungeon pretty much impossible. So hopefully this video will have helped out some of the newer people learn this dungeon. So hopefully that the next time I'm with the public groups, we can have people that know exactly what they're doing. I want to thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know in the comments if you want me to keep doing this sort of thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. I probably will do the other dungeons, but we'll see. If you liked my video in general, you can subscribe to my channel, Or if you want to watch me playing some ESO or Diablo or any other games, then you can check me out on Twitch TV. My link is twitch.tv/Morthodon, and the link will be in the description below. Once again, I want to thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.